Mapinduzi yaja Kenya.
Mapinduzi yaja Kenya.
Ayo mama.
Ayo.
The arrest of Rose Njeri, a 35-year-old software developer who dared to challenge the Finance Bill 2025, is sending chills across the nation. Her crime? Creating a website to help Kenyans voice their opposition.
Nazakayo asikie.
Nazakayo asikie.
Mapinduzi yaja Kenya.
What happened? Why does it matter? And what it says about Kenya today? Rose Njeri is a Kenyan software developer and a civic activist with a passion for empowering citizens. At 35, she is part of a new generation using technology to drive change. Njeri created a platform called Civic Email, a tool designed to make it easy for Kenyans to submit formal objections to the controversial Finance Bill 2025. Her work aimed to amplify voices in a country where public participation is a constitutional right. But that work put her into the government's crosshairs. On May 30th, 2025, Rose Njeri was arrested while conducting a tech training along Enterprise Road in South B, Nairobi. She's now in custody at Pangani police station, detained by detectives from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations.
First, if anybody is charged of a crime, it is important that they be produced as fast as possible before court. Rose was brought to Pangani yesterday at 1 p.m. There was enough time to process bail for her. She is unwell, she has anemia. So far, neither I nor senior counsel have been able to see what she has been charged with.
So what's a civic email? It is a simple, user-friendly website that lets Kenyans send their objections to the Finance Bill 2025 directly to government institutions. Launched as, quote, objection to the Finance Bill 2025, and, quote, the site encouraged citizens to exercise their rights under Kenya's constitution, specifically Articles 1, 10, 69, 118 and 196, which mandate public participation. Njeri's platform made it easy as one click to reject clauses in the bill, like one giving the Kenya Revenue Authority unrestricted access to digital mobile wallet data, a move many see as a threat to privacy. This wasn't about breaking the law. It was about giving Kenyans a voice. But on May 30th, everything changed when she was arrested over allegations of creating this platform.
This young lady made some comments on the finance bill. They were not received by those in authority, which in my humble view is most unfortunate, because everyone should be allowed to say what he wants to say about the financial bill.
Officers from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations took her to Pangani police station, where she's been held ever since. Reports say the officer commanding station refused to grant her bail, calling her a dangerous criminal. Njeri, who is anemic, was interrogated about her website and forced to write a statement without immediate access to legal counsel. Her lawyers only located her around 8 p.m. that evening, after hours of searching, denying her bail and access to lawyers. That has raised serious concerns about her rights being violated. The Law Society of Kenya's president, Faith Odhiambo, condemned the police for obstructing Njeri's access to counsel, stating that all efforts to secure her release have been met with silence from authorities. The arrest sparked immediate backlash. Activist Boniface Mwangi, despite recovering from injuries sustained in Tanzania, announced he'd lead a procession to Pangani police station on June 1st, 2025 to demand Njeri's release. He called her detention a violation of free speech and tweeted, quote, "We don't fear Ruto, arrest or even death."
Ayo mama,
ayo mama,
na Zakayo asikie, mapinduzi yaja Kenya.
The pedophiles and kind that's afraid of young people. What Trudeau is afraid of is coming. He knows that on 2023 they're back in the streets. So he's trying to create fear among young people to reject the financial fight. It's going to be rejected. And we're here today to say Njeri must be released. And listen, Njeri has committed a crime, which she has not. But she has committed a crime. She has a right to police bail. She spent 2 nights in jail. This is going to be the 3rd night. And we're here today with comrades and asking everyone who is at home, come here, because you're not leaving that Njeri is free. Whether we should be landing and dying, I'm Njeri achiliwe. That's why we're here. Look at this. The mother is here.
Former leaders like Justina Wamai and Professor KUZA Kibwana also slammed the government, with Kibwana questioning President Ruto's sincerity after his recent apology to Gen Z at the National Prayer Breakfast. Human rights activists and lawyers, including Diana Gishengo from the Institute of Social Accountability, criticized the arrest as an intimidation tactic aimed at silencing opposition to the Finance Bill 2025. Kenyans on X are rallying with hashtags like Free Rose Njeri, Reject Finance Bill 2025, showing this isn't just about one woman. It's about the right to speak. Former Chief Justice David Maraga and a 2027 presidential candidate also weighed in on the matter. He posted, quote, "Today we begin a solemn month of reflection in memory of the lives of more than 60 young people killed in June 2024. It is a month to stand in solidarity with those injured and abducted. It is a month to comfort the families of those who lost their loved ones to police brutality. Madaraka Day is about internal self-governance and the freedom to run our country. These are the freedoms that the young people were seeking. They instead were killed, abducted, and some have disappeared without a trace. Ms. Rose Njeri is the latest to be abducted for allegedly innovating an accessible system for citizens to express their views on the Finance Bill 2025. This completely negates the spirit of Madaraka. The Finance Bill 2025 has stirred controversy for its proposed measures, like giving tax authorities access to personal data. After last year's deadly protests against the 2024 Finance Bill, which left 65 dead and hundreds injured, the government promised to ease tax burdens. But many Kenyans feel betrayed by clauses in the new bill. Njeri's arrest comes just days after President Ruto's apology to Gen Z, raising questions about whether the government is silencing dissent or to control the narrative.
To our children, if there is any misstep, we apologize.
This bill isn't just about taxes, it's about trust, or the lack of it, between Kenyans and their leaders. The broader context is Kenya's ongoing struggle for accountability and free expression, reignited by this arrest. Rose Njeri's arrest is a flashpoint in Kenya's ongoing struggle for accountability and free expression. As activists protest and lawyers fight for her release, the nation watches closely. Will this spark another wave of Gen Z-led demonstrations like 2024, or will the government back down? One thing is clear, Kenyans are using technology and their voices to demand change, and they won't be silenced easily. What do you think about Njeri's arrest? Drop your thoughts. Newsroom, Maisha TV, Ushabi Jr.